As promised, I'm going to start making a lot more tutorial videos for you guys to follow along. I know you guys like my lives a lot, which I do too, but I know sometimes it's nice to have a video just to follow along. Here I'm adding the almond bark into each cavity. I just do a heaping spoonful. I don't use a piping bag because for me, I get a little carried away and I overfill. This helps me kind of keep myself in check. I go ahead and tap it on the table and make sure that I get all those air bubbles completely out. You want to make sure you do this step because if you don't, you're going to have little pockets that are going to pop and leave holes. Then you want to insert the Oreos a little bit more than half. You just want the cream to touch the chocolate, if you will. You're just slightly pressing it down. You don't want to press it all the way down because then the Oreo cookie will show from the other side. I'm repeating this process with the pink. The chocolate ones went into the freezer for about 5 minutes and I put them where they're only half with chocolate, and that will help prevent them from bowing on the bottom. So I'm going to repeat the same step here. I'm going to add a heaping spoonful of chocolate to each cavity. Don't judge me. My mold is a little bent there. Things happen. I think 5 of these and that one bent. I'm not ready to give it up. So judge away, I guess, if you want. So fill up all the cavities here and then you're going to hit it on the table again, releasing all those bubbles, getting them all out, making them nice and smooth. And don't worry about the little excess that you see around. That's like a TikTok trick where people wipe them clean and everything. That's unnecessary. Don't even waste your time. It just pops right off. Like, don't worry about it. Again, you want to press the Oreo down just so the cream touches the chocolate. Nothing more, nothing less. Stick them in the freezer for 5 minutes. As you can see, they're completely hardened around the Oreo. That's going to stabilize the Oreo so that you're able to add more chocolate on top. And then when you go ahead and hit the table with it this time, the Oreo is not going to move. If you were just to add the chocolate on top the first time without doing the 5 minutes in the freezer, you can do that. However, you will get a slight bow in your bottom of your Oreo. And for me, I'm not about that life. I don't like that. So if you don't care, you can do that, but that's just not my vibe. I don't do that. So please do it this way. Try it once. If you don't like it, do it the other way. And you want to make sure you just get out all those air bubbles. That's really a crucial step to getting perfect Oreos. If you did overfill slightly, you can grab your offset spatula and just slide it across. As you can see, it was very, very slight, like barely anything, but you know me, I'm extra. So here I am coming in with the spatula to kind of clean it up there. And if you have a little excess on the outside, it's not a big deal. When it gets frozen, it just pops right off. And this is not a sped up tutorial at all. So if you're bored, I'm sorry, but we're going to do it because you guys have said you like tutorials that are full length. So I'm giving all the length to you right now. And then we're going to go ahead and fill the tops of the pink ones as well. This is an order that I did and I just am going to show it all to you because why not? A heaping spoonful of chocolate on all of them, and once you get them all filled, you're going to go ahead and tap it out, release all the bubbles, get it all nice and smooth. You want all the chocolate to release those bubbles because you will have so many holes if you don't. I should have sped this up. I know, I'm sorry, but I told you I hate editing, so if you want these videos, you're going to have to deal with it. Unfortunately. So right there, I needed a little more chocolate because I didn't like how it looked. If you can always add more and tap it and then use your offset spatula to clean it up. But if you only have, you don't want any little dips in it because that's going to make your Oreo look really ugly. So just add more and then you can go ahead and scrape off the top to make it flat. It's better to have more than less, if you know what I mean. So go ahead and tap it. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing right here. I think I went to grab something. Oh, yeah, offset spatula. And then you're going to go ahead and clean up each Oreo mold. Make sure everything's all pretty. See, that one had a little excess. When I use a piping bag, it's even more out of control. So this helps me kind of stay in control of the situation. So you'll see those bubbles, they're starting to come to the surface. You want to just pop them by hitting it on the table. And then once they're completely done, you're going to go ahead and stick them in the freezer. I stick them in the freezer for about another 5 to 8 minutes. It's just going to depend on your freezer. They should slide out really easily. So you shouldn't have to struggle to get them out. If you are struggling, there's a problem. That means you need longer time in the freezer because that means it's not fully dry. So they should just pop out just like that. You shouldn't have any problem. The tops will have a really beautiful shiny coat to them. And I'm just going to do a very simple design, nothing spectacular, just my signature drizzle with side sprinkles. This is going to be Valentine's Day theme. And no, it's not too much sprinkles. You can never have enough, in my opinion. I sometimes tap them on there just to make sure that they stay. And I always add too much, a little too much, because I go ahead and I shake them off after. But this kind of assures that it, like the coating of sprinkles is nice and thick and beautiful, because I love sprinkles. And there's always going to be sprinkles on my stuff, either sprinkles, glitter, or both. So it's just like a moon shape of sprinkles, and this is something I do constantly. I love it. It's my favorite, really. And the sprinkles is a mixture of like 4 different sprinkles put together. So if you're looking for the mix, I can't tell you where I got it, because I literally I mix stuff all the time. I think some of these were, I don't even remember, but I mixed a whole bunch of them together to get this combo, and I love it. And you're just going to keep repeating until you're completely done. And if you didn't want to do the sprinkles, you don't have to, but I think it just gives it a little something. It just really makes it look so unique and beautiful. And I think that when you're doing chocolate work, you do need to make stuff look unique so you can stand out from other bakers and creators. I really should have sped this up. Hopefully you guys are still watching. This is like almost an 8-minute video. Bear with me, because I am not speeding this up, because it already has been recorded and I'm just not going to do it. So suffer through it with me. We're almost done. We got 2 more. Hurry it up, girl. Aren't those cute though? I love them so much. The white drizzle just really sets it off, I feel like. Okay, so we're almost done. And you're going to let these fully dry. You don't want to pick these up when they're dry, or excuse me, when they're wet, because it's just going to make a whole mess. So finish them off, and then I think I show a picture of them done. Let me see.